Okay, sixth grade, let's talk about rhythm today. Today in class, you're going to be going through all of your pieces of music. So that's Fire Dance, that's Ancient Moon, and that's Funky Rock and Choo Choo. And you are going to write your rhythms in. So first thing you are going to need is a trusty dusty pencil. If you do not have one, you need to borrow one. It must be a pencil. No pens, no highlighters, no markers, pencil. P-E-N-C-I-L, use a pencil. Okay, now let's talk about what you're gonna do. You are going to go through your music and label all of the rest and all of the rhythms, so that way we can really move quick next week when I get back. Let's break this down from the very beginning of what rhythms are. Okay, first thing, check with your time signature to know what numbers you're gonna be using. The top number stands for how many? Okay, it tells you how many are going to be in a measure. So we know that if the top number is 4, we're going to have 4 somethings. Okay, 4 of these are going to be in the measure. The bottom number tells you what the something is. Okay, top number tells you how many of some things. Bottom number tells you the something. So if we're at 4-4, we're going to have the total equivalent of 4 quarter notes in each measure. Okay, 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, and 4, or the same amount of that. Okay, it's not always going to be 4 quarter notes, but it's going to be equal to that. Let's talk about breaking down our rhythm tree. Okay, this isn't circle of life. This isn't that tree in the center with all the branches. This is the basic. This is the rhythm tree. Okay, let's talk about it. First one we have up top is a whole note. It's worth how many counts? Shout it out. Hopefully you said 4. Okay, when you see a whole note, you know that that is 4 counts. That's 4 whole counts. The next one, we break it down. There's a dotted line because we split it into 2. Think of it like cells. Okay, I don't remember biology, but we're splitting it in half, okay? If this is worth 4, each one of these are going to be worth 2. Okay, so this would be, if this is worth 4, these are each worth 2. Okay, this plus this equals that. Basic math, you got this. When we go one step further down, okay, we're going further down the branches. These are quarter notes. Quarter notes are equal to 1. So this would be a 1, a 1, a 1. A 1, which when you add it all up still equals our magical number of 4. Now, when we go down to eighth notes, this is where we get a little bit tricky. Okay, we know that eighth notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Every quarter note is built out of 2 eighth notes. Instead of calling these 0.5s, because that's too much math for band, okay, we're going to call these 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. They're also an eighth of this. Okay, if this is the full value, this is a half value, this is a Q-U-A-R-T-E-R. A quarter value, this is an eighth value. That's why they're called eighth notes. Hint, hint, what are these bottom ones called? Ah, yes, thank you. 16th notes. Hopefully you said something, but I also don't know. Okay, 16th notes. Instead of calling them all 0.25s, we're going to call them 1E. Oh, I forgot how to spell an E. 1E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, that's how you label your 16th notes. They're called 16ths because if we go and we split eighth in half, we get 16th. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and it equals 4. It all comes back to this glorious full circle. It's a circle of life. Even when I'm gone, I'm still annoying. I know it. Okay, there's your rhythm tree. If you have troubles with this later, come back to this part of the video. Let's look over here. Ooh, look at that. Okay, in your actual music, you need to label things correctly. If there is a quarter note, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on where it falls in the measure. What beat is it on? Is it on beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, or beat 4? That's how you know which number. Okay, if you don't understand that, ask your neighbor. Hopefully they can help you out with that. If it's a half note, okay, you're going to put the number plus a dash. 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash. If it's a rest, you put the number in parentheses. Okay, we have 3 different kinds of rest. Well, and there are also some 16th rests. So think number plus parentheses. If this was on beat 2, it would be a 2 right there. Okay? If we're using a hat rest, a half rest, hat rest, okay, it's only worth 2 counts, so that would be like 1 and a 2. And if it's a whole rest, you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Tells me that you know that that rest is all 4 counts. If you see 8th notes, just like over here, it's the number plus an and sign. Number plus an and sign. So this would, let's say it's 1 and. Okay, if you only have 1 8th note, let's say the first one's not there, it's just an and. Okay, and 2, and 3. It always breaks down back to this. No matter where it falls in the measure, you can use this to guide you. And percussion, I think you're one of the only few groups that have 16th notes. It always divides to 1 E and up. No matter what, it breaks into that. So if you have this rhythm, and these are 16th notes and that's an 8th note, it's going to be 1 E, the and is gone, okay, actually the and is here, the is gone, which would be another 16th note, okay, but that one's not there, so we don't see that. So, oh man, I need an eraser. So that's where we get the 1 E and, okay, percussion, if you don't understand some of your rhythms, try your best, really try to work it out, break it down to 1 E and up, okay, really break it down, write it in though. Hopefully you can see all of this. Here's an example on the flute page. Okay, I've broken this, I've started to break this down. Oh, gotta find it. Okay, started to break it down, labeling stuff. Pause the video here if you need to see it. Kind of shows you how you should label some things. See how I've done the rest. See how I've done when there's an and on the rest. Yeah, make sure I can read it. You need to do all of your music, all 3 pieces. You may work together unless you're messing around. I can already pick out probably a few names who are going to be messing around. So if you can't handle it, you work by yourself. Okay, please get this done today. If not, you can use a little bit of class tomorrow. Good luck. Try your best. Don't forget your rhythm tree. Okay, use this. Use this thing. Your rhythm tree will help you. Bye. Have a good day. Don't be mean.